there are people on the right now coming out and saying that Tim, the actual guy that this movie is based off of, is not who he seems to be. They are saying that he is tied to the Freemasons. He's tied to the cabal. He's tied to these evil organizations. The movie's producer, Carlos Slim, who is a billionaire Mexican businessman, is tied to donating money to the Clinton campaign and all this stuff, yada, yada, yada. Needless to say, this is why we shouldn't trust it. And this is why we shouldn't be promoting this movie, because the people that made it are tied to all these evil things, right? So I have literally watched, I'm sorry, Suni, to be doing all the talking, but I've really got to set this up, okay? I have watched pretty much everything there is to watch as far as interviews regarding this movie. I have watched the opposition's commentary on this movie, and I am disgusted at what I'm seeing. I'm thinking in my head, this is a movie to end child trafficking. What could be bad about that message? Let's just pretend for a second that Tim is the devil, right? Tim is the devil. Here, Suni's putting up the other page. Does that take away from the message? And if being the devil means you're going to expose evil, then I guess I'm with the devil. I guess I'm with the devil. There's not, like, I can't see the negative in leaving all this other bullshit that these people are trying to talk about aside and focus on what the message of this movie is. And then I can't help to think, what do the people that want to discredit this movie have to gain from doing this? What do they have to gain? Does it help the kids that they do this? No. Does it hurt Tim that they do this? Yeah, but who cares? Nobody cared about Tim before. I don't see Tim out there trying to be the hero. He's trying to push this movie, right? I just don't understand what we are doing as conservatives, how desperate we are on the right for something shiny and sparkly and conspiracy theory like, that we are literally trying to take away from the message of our children are in danger. In this movie, you learn that the United States is the #1 consumer of child trafficking. Why is that? What is going on in the United States that we're so mentally disturbed that we want to go have sex with children? LGBTQ agenda? Anybody? They're trying to mentally confuse everybody so that you become sick in the head. And then when you don't know what to do anymore and you're not ready to kill yourself, you think, how do I regain my innocence? Oh, I got it. I'll go a kid. That's what I'll do. And that will make me feel better. That will make me feel like I'm grabbing my innocence back. It is disgusting to me what people are talking about in regards to this. And P.S., and this is all I'm going to say, and then I'm going to give it to Suni. If y'all want to look at figures where money's coming in and out of, pictures that people take with one another, let me bring up a picture for you to remind you of how y'all like to pick and choose the shit you like to get outraged about. Remember this picture? You remember when people brought this shit up? And would it conserve? Oh, a picture doesn't prove anything. Oh, he was just getting close to them to infiltrate them. Oh, you mean like Tim Ballard did? He pretended to be a child sex trafficker to get in with the child sex traffickers so that he could bust the child sex traffickers. Yeah. And that's what Trump's doing. He's draining the swamp. Get real with yourself. That's all I'm going to say. Suni, I just had my rant.
I don't need to say anything. We had a brief discussion about this behind the scenes. Conservatives and Republicans don't know how to think without Trump. They don't know which way is up. They don't know who to trust unless someone is telling them this person is okay. So for this side to constantly talk about how we need to protect the children, to publicly come out and try to ridicule a movie that's highlighting that, I find that to be controlled opposition.
Yep.
Anyone who's come out with these canned responses are being paid. We did a show where we had Bryson on, and he gave us a sneak peek as to some of the packages that he gets. Sometimes we get these things in our DMs when a story comes from nowhere and someone's asking you to post it, or like, can you tell me what you think about this? For everyone on this side to be coming out against this movie, it's just weird. It's weird. And I think you should leave that picture up, to be quite frank. I think you should leave that picture up and allow people to sit there and observe it and ask them, why was it okay for Trump to be with these people?
Right.
I was one of those people that was just like, what does the picture mean? But I'm also one of those people that's not out here going after a movie that's highlighting what claims to be, or that's highlighting what we claim to be very important to this side.
Mm-hmm.
I think you covered it all. People are inconsistent. People are doing things that are going to get them views. They're doing things that are going to keep them followers. I think a lot of people, and I'm going to say this, I think a lot of people are conspiracy theorists and they don't know how to differentiate truth from conspiracy.